Yeah, so I was supposed to be flying today, but that's not happening. The weather is not the best, really. There's 21 knot wind with gusts up to 31, but apparently there are also thunderstorms en route, so plane's being shaken around when it's still on the runway, so you can only imagine. Well, the apron. So anyway, I went down to London and I went for my Class 1 medical, and that went pretty well. I don't even have to use my prescription sunglasses, which I was so happy with, but I will anyway, because why would you give up some extra acuity? So the medical didn't involve as much probing as I'd hoped. It took about 4 hours though, so if you're going to do a Class 1 medical initial and you have to go down to Gatwick, make sure you've got enough time available. I messed it up though. I didn't read the email well, and it seems like it seemed from the email at least that I was supposed to go to their main office, which is right next to Gatwick, and I thought, yay, it's within walking distance of the airport. And I booked an Airbnb, thinking, yeah, I can just roll out of bed into the medical. Turns out initial medicals are actually carried out in the centre of London. Excellent. So I was at least an hour away. Turns out though, okay, well, I have a few friends from Malta who've moved to London, and they're two of them were out of the city, but one, my friend Adam, lives quite close by to where I had to go, and he let me crash on his couch, which is pretty good. And given what happened in London recently with the attacks, I was expecting it to be really subdued and everything, but not much has changed. London's still very much alive. That was pretty good. So medical, got to do your ECG. They do a lung function test. So you have to breathe out for as long as you can, and then after a deep breath. And then there's a peak flow test, but it's not the normal one that you may have done before, where you just blow into this tube really hard and it registers something mechanically. Instead, it's a little it's an electronic one with a turbine, and there's a little cardboard tube that you blow into. It's kind of strange and pretty difficult to do because there's no resistance whatsoever. Wow. Yeah, there's no resistance whatsoever, so it's kind of difficult to really blow hard. So then there was a hearing test, which is very similar to the army hearing test, where they put you in a sort of isolation booth, and you have to listen to tones in each ear and click a little thing every once in a while, and just to show that you've heard the sounds. There was the eye test, which was at least half an hour. It was pretty involved, and that was the only part I was a little, concerned about, because I know I have glasses and all the rest of it. But it was absolutely fine. I don't need my glasses. My medical has no restrictions on it. That's pretty good. So they checked cholesterol. They checked glucose levels. Yeah, they weighed me, and I came in lighter than I had expected, which is always nice. But I'll try and keep the weight down, I think. Yeah, it uses extra fuel, doesn't it? So I'm also a centimetre shorter than I thought. Must be getting old. I was measured at 178 before. Apparently I'm 177. Happy days. Anyway, the other aircraft on the apron here are getting blown around quite a bit as well. I did my pre-flight and then most of the pre-flight, I didn't want to unlatch the controls because the thing was getting blown around so much. So, yeah. Hopefully we'll be on air soon. Dead Rex signing out.